Hello, welcome to my vlog. This is going to be tracking a 6-week process of me trying to lose a bit of body fat, lose a bit of weight along the way, and also a bit of a journey into different ways of doing that that will involve some mind things as well as some body training. So my starting position is a photo that hopefully will crop up now.
Mr. Lover, I'm Mr. Lover, girl.
I weighed in last week on Monday at 146.6 pounds and 35.5% body fat. I am less concerned about the weight and more concerned about the body fat. It's pretty unhealthy to be at 35.5%. There's various reasons that my body fat probably is that high, not least that I've just had 2 children pretty much back to back, and I put on a lot of weight with the second one.
Mr. Lover, I'm Mr. Lover.
I have lost 50-ish pounds. I think I probably lost quite a lot of muscle when I was pregnant with him, and I haven't put that back on. So I've probably lost some muscle along the way as well, which means my body fat percentage is a bit skewed. I won't go into too much detail about that now because I'll probably do a vlog post about body fat later on in the 6 weeks. Today what I wanted to do really is just talk about my discovery of mindfulness and meditation. So I'm pretty new to the whole mindfulness meditation arena. Over the last few years, as it's become kind of trendy, I've heard people talking about it a fair bit, and I've tried to meditate before, and I kind of had the same struggles with it that I had when I tried to do yoga before. I just can't stop my mind wandering and stressing, oh my God, I need to be doing this, I need to send that email, I need to cook dinner later, I need to go to the shops, what am I going to wear on my holiday? My mind is just off on one. And I find it very difficult just to come back to the moment and not think about all the things that have happened or all the things I need to do. I started looking into studying mindfulness because I was due to finish my maternity leave with my youngest, Monty. And when I went back to work after having Sienna, I did not cope with my stress very well. I found it very difficult to leave work at work and not bring it home with me. And sometimes I'd find that when I was annoyed or stressed with people at work, I would come home and take it out on my husband, which wasn't particularly fair. I think that was heightened because I was pregnant as well, so my hormones were kind of a bit crazy. And I wasn't great when I was pregnant. I was a little bit temperamental, to say the least. So when I was going back to work this time, not pregnant, I just like to add, I thought it was really important that I find a way to deal with stress. So many mums must feel this, that when you're working, you're always letting someone down. You're either letting your children down because you're not with them, or you're letting your colleagues down because you've had to walk out the office at 4 o'clock. I really, really struggle with that concept of constantly feeling like I'm letting people down and just feeling all wound up constantly inside because of the stress. So, part of the stress, we all know what stress is like, we all experience it. When I'd looked into mindfulness in the past, I had looked at an app called Headspace. It's probably the most popular mindfulness app, and if it works for you, that's amazing. I didn't get on very well with Headspace. I didn't like the in-app purchases side of it. Kind of annoys me when I buy an app and then you have to pay and pay and pay to get onto the next bits of it. And I also found the meditations quite self-absorbing and perhaps a bit narcissistic. Sometimes feel that it can be a bit all too consuming, thinking about yourself and I kind of find it easier to find the space inside myself by thinking about other people and not dwelling so much on my issues and how the world affects me. So what has really worked for me is this app, and it's called Buddhify. The reason I have found this app, Buddhify, so accessible is because first of all, the meditations are really short. Invariably, they're around the 10-minute mark, which I find quite useful when you're new to meditation, because you think, right, I can handle 4 minutes of just stopping my mind wandering elsewhere. You'll see that it's got all these different things around the wheel and it's guessing what you might be doing that day. So it could be like going to sleep, waking up, traveling, etc. And then within each one, you'll find about 6 meditations. It works on a lot of kind of gratitude meditation, so making you spot the good things that are happening in the world. And I've started reading quite a lot about this, about focusing your energies on the things that you're happy about and the things that you're grateful for. And there's this theory that the more you focus on something you want, the more you will get of that thing. So if you're focusing on the good and the happy, then you will find yourself becoming a better person, more happy, thinking better thoughts about people. So I tend to meditate maybe once or twice a day, always as I'm falling asleep. And then if I can get another one in the day, if I'm walking through town or traveling on a train, or even just having a really stressful time at work, maybe just taking 5 minutes out of the office, put your headphones on and go walk around. I also think that it has really helped me in my fitness. It's kind of teaching you to enjoy the journey and less about the outcome that you get through life. Thinking, oh, I've just got to get to the end and get the result and the reward. When you focus continually on, I want to be a size 8 or I want to have abs, it's so distant, it's so far away that it can be really demotivating. Because, I mean, for most people to see their abs, I mean, we're talking a lot of work and probably maybe a year and 2 years time of being consistent, you might see some abs. Unless you're just one of those people that tends to carry little fat in your stomach area, then you're lucky. But for most of us, that's what the picture looks like. I'd probably completely lose motivation if I wasn't learning things along the way and seeing and picking up little kind of nuggets of happiness you're picking up through the journey. And I do think it's accessing meditation that's helped me change my way of thinking a bit more. Well, I've probably waffled on for far too long now, and thank you for staying with me if you have watched this. I will put all the links down below to various kind of meditation apps that I've discovered, or some books that I've read along the way that might be helpful to you. Just to mention as well that there's a couple of other bloggers and vlogs that I'll link to, who I think, if you're interested in meditation, they're great people to follow, and they probably put everything far more eloquently than I have. So it's cheerio for now, and I will post a video tomorrow when I've weighed in. Have a great Sunday.